Good morning, everybody there. So in the last class, we were talking about ADC 0804. And we were talking about the pin diagram of ADC 0804. We have completed various things like, chip select, read, write control, INTR. So just to discuss the important pins like, read, this is an input signal. It's an active low signal. ADC converts the analog input to its binary equivalent and holds it in the internal register. So RD is used to get the converted data. So when CS is equal to 0, if a high to low pulse is applied to RD pin, and the 8-bit digital output shows up at D0 to D7. So RD pin is also referred as output enable. Very important this. Right. Its other name is start of conversion. So when an active low input is applied to WR, that is low to high transition, ADC starts converting the analog input value to an 8-bit digital number. So when the data conversion is complete, INTR pin is forced low by 0804. What do you mean by that? This was the last minute discussion. INTR is called as end of conversion. When the conversion is over, end of conversion or ADC 0804 pulls or forces your end of conversion low. So clock in is an input pin connected to external clock source when an external clock is used for timing. 804 uses also an internal clock generator which is self-clocking. So the clock in and the clock out pins are connected to capacitance resistor, and the clock frequency F is equal to 1 over 1.1 RC. When R is equal to 10K and C is equal to 150 picofarads, you're going to get F as 600 Hertz. The conversion time is under 10 microseconds. So this specifications you should know. So INTR already told you it is an end of conversion. It is when the conversion is over. When the conversion is over, the ADC INTR pin will be pulled low. So V in plus and V in minus is the differential analog inputs. It's called as differential analog inputs. That's what you are giving it as an input for converting into digital. So VCC is plus 5 volts. Yesterday we were talking about this one, It's a very, very important point we are talking about. Suppose Vref by 2 is left open. Vref by 2 is left open. Then V reference will be taken as plus 5 volts. Suppose Vref by 2, pin number 9, is an input voltage used for reference. If this pin is open, then the input voltage for ADC 0804 is in the range of 0 to 5 volts. However, there are many applications where the analog input applied to V needs to be other than 0 to plus 5 volts. Then Vref by 2 is used for analog input voltage other than 0 to 5 volts. For example, if the analog input range needs to be 0 to 4 volts, then Vref by 2 will be connected to 2 volts. So if it is not connected, open means 0 to 5 volts, V in. Then the resolution will be 19 millivolts. Suppose Vref by 2 is connected to 2 volts, then the input voltage can range between 0 to 4. So then the step size will be 4 divided by 255, then it will be 15.6 millivolts. If it's connected to 1.5, then the range will be 0 to 3 and maximum voltage measured would be 3. So divided by 256 gives you 11.7 millivolts. So like this. So if Vref by 2 is left open, then the input voltage can range to 0 to 5 volts. That you should know very, very carefully. That is, in the lab, you are going to keep Vref by 2 open. So naturally, the input voltage would range from 0 to plus 5 volts. So D0 to D7 is the output lines, D out. So D out will be equal to V in divided by step size. So V in will be equal to always 2 into Vref by 2. So it is Vref divided by 256. That will be the formula for finding the resolution. For finding the resolution, the formula is Vref divided by 256. So if you are giving Vref by 2 as 2 means Vref becomes 4. Like that it is. So this is the anyway analog ground and digital ground. So these are the input pins providing the ground for both analog signal and the digital signal. So analog ground is connected to the ground of Vin. Digital ground is connected to the ground of VCC. So from this discussion, what you can conclude, the following steps for data conversion. First, number 1. So this you have to note down in your notes. It's very important. Steps for digital conversion. Make CS is equal to 0. Send a low to high pulse on WR. That is start of conversion. Keep on monitoring INTR pin. If INTR is low, the conversion is over and we can go to the next step. If INTR is high, keep polling until it goes low. That is, you have to keep on polling start of conversion. That is your INTR. After the INTR has become low, when we make CS equal to 0 and send high to low pulse on RD pin, that is nothing but the output enable, so that the output comes on D0 to D5. Same discussion is given as a timing diagram. So this you are making chips is equal to 0. You are giving the start of conversion. Conversion starts, and after this WR becomes 0 to 1, you are keeping on monitoring and INTR pin. When the INTR pin goes low, end of conversion, then till that RD is 1. When the conversion is over, immediately RD becomes slow. You can see the data on the data out. You can see the data on the data out. So that is the important thing. So this timing diagram is important. So next is 8051 connections to 8051 connection to ADC 0804. And just see here. Output enable, that is nothing but RD bar, is connected to P2.5. Start of conversion, that is WR bar, that is connected to P2.6. Your digital data output is connected to P1.0 to P1.7. So naturally, your P1 port 1 is an input port. INTR bar, that is end of conversion, is read by P2.7. P2.7. The digital output, whatever it is read by port 1, is displayed on LCD. That is why whatever you are read in P1 is transmitted to P0. So P0 is in turn connected to LCD. So in LCD, you know the various pins, RS P2.0, R bar W P2.1, enable P2.2. So these are the connections. And input you are making 0 to plus 5 volts. Vref by 2 is connected to 1.28, means you can measure maximum voltage of 2.56. You can measure the maximum voltage of 2.56. And internal clock you are using, you can just see, of 606 Hertz. Vref by 2 is not kept open, it is connected to a pot. Sorry, Vin is connected to a pot. There you can give the maximum input as 2.56 because your Vref by 2 is connected to 1.28. Please understand that if Vref by 2 is left open, then the input Vin you can give to 0 to 5 volts. If Vref by 2 is connected to something, suppose if it is connected to 2, then you can measure a maximum voltage of 4 volts. Now if it is connected to 1.28, now the maximum voltage which you can measure is 2.56. So this is the hardware. So this is the hardware part. So whether the interfacing, have you understood it clearly? Have you understood? So have you understood the interfacing part? So Brunda is asking to repeat. Before the question itself, somebody has answered yes. Okay. Please tell me which part I should repeat. Brunda, please type in the chat box. Which part I need to repeat. Brunda, which part I need to repeat? Please type in the repeated part chat box. I'm waiting for your answer. Which part I need to repeat? From VREF by 2, you said something. No, sir. Okay, okay. That is, see here in this diagram. So here we have discussed, no? Here we have discussed the VREF by 2 part. Here. You can just see this table. If VREF by 2 is connected to, if VREF by 2 is kept open, you can just see this discussion. Explanation given here. Pin 9 is an input voltage used for reference voltage. If the pin is open, that is, if the VREF by 2 is open, not connected, the analog input voltage Vin can be between the range 0 to 5 volts. Suppose if some applications needs a range maximum voltage as other than 5 volts, then we need to connect VREF by 2. Suppose if you connect VREF by 2 as 2, then you can measure the maximum range 0 to 4 volts. Then the resolution will be 4 divided by 256. There is a typo error. It is 256. 4 divided by 256. Then it will be 15.6 millivolts. Suppose if you want to have the maximum voltage as 3, then you have to connect VREF by 2 as 1.5. So then the resolution will be 11.71. So in this particular interfacing diagram, whatever I have shown here, I have connected VREF by 2 to 1.28, means at Vin plus whatever you have connected, see here, Vin plus you have connected to a pot, there you have to set, you can connect a range 0 to 1.0 to 2.56. Input will be always doubled, VREF by 2, no, it is. So VREF by 2, if you are connecting to 1.28, then the maximum input which you can give is 2.56. 0 to 2.56. That is the maximum input which you can give. Maximum input which you can give. That only I told here. So VREF by 2 is 1.28. Then the input which you can give is 2.56. Okay. So now the other connections I have told you, your output, that is digital output, is connected to port 1. Whatever is connected, whatever you have connected to port 1, you have to transmit to port 0, because from port 0 you are configured as an output port, which you are where the digital output is displayed on LCD. Digital output is displayed on LCD. You can just see Vin minus ground. See, there are two grounds. One is the analog ground, AGND. Other one is digital ground. All are connected to the common ground. Chip select also made 0. Chip select is also made 0. So now let us see the program. So there is some display error. Please bear with me. So here my data. You're just giving a variable name as my data for port 1, because port 1 you are getting the digital output. So I will write it in my digital panel explain. Just to see this first. Configure port 1 as input port. Make P2.7 So that is that P2.7 also you make it as input port. Clear 2.6. Set 2.6. That means you are sending a 0 to 1 pulse start of conversion on P2.6. You can just see WR bar is start of conversion. That you are making it as 0 to 1. That is why you are once you are clearing one, then you are setting it. Then you are checking P2.7. If it is 1, you are waiting here, because P2.7 is nothing but end of conversion. Until end of conversion becomes 0, you are waiting here. So when it is 0, clear P2.5. Enable the output RD bar. So move P1 to A. Whatever digital output you got in P1, you move to accumulator. Now you call the conversion subroutine. So conversion subroutine. This conversion subroutine, what it is doing? Then just see here. Digital output you got. For example, you are given 5 volts as the input. Let us imagine. So you will get FF. That FF, you should convert it into decimal. So this conversion is nothing but the decimal conversion you are doing. So decimal conversion program you have already seen. So that is, suppose you have here the maximum voltage which you have connected is 2.56, no? The corresponding digital output of 2.56. So that you have to find out what is for 2.56 you are going to get. You will get 2.56 as somewhere around 83 or something like. Because you have to just do the F for 5 volts, it is FF. Then for 2.56, it is how much? That you have to compute. Anyway, this program is a digital conversion program. That is why you are separating out the nibbles. You can just see B is equal to 0A, div AB. A is having your digital value, no? You are converting into decimal now. Whatever the remainder you are having, that you cap it into R2. Once again, move B0A. Once again, you convert it into get the digit. So now what you are doing, you are converting it into ASCII. ORL A with 30. That means you are adding A with 30. That is, you are converting it into ASCII. So B to A, once again, you are adding with 30. You are once again calling display. So totally that there are 3 digits. Maximum value, you are assuming that it is 255 means there are. So this becomes 5, this becomes 5, once again last one becomes 2. So that is what we are doing. So whatever the data, whatever you have got, everything you are displaying in ASCII, no? Because for LCD, the output should be converted into ASCII. Output should be converted into ASCII. That is what the important thing is. So you are putting whatever digit you are getting, you are copying it to P0. There you have to follow these rules of LCD. Make RS is equal to 1, data. Clear P2.1 because you are writing. Set P2.2, enable. You call some delay. Clear P2.2, enable becomes 0. So this displays the data. Have some delay there. That's all. So let us see this program in our digital pad. Very simple program it is. So this is the main program. I'll explain it once again. So P1 is renamed as my data. So that then there you are copying, you are configuring port 1 as input port. Configuring port 1 as input port. Configuring INTR also as input port, end of conversion. Sending a 0 to 1 signal on P2.6, which is start of conversion. You are waiting until P2.7 becomes 0. When it becomes 0, you are clearing P2.5, that is you are enabling output, and you are copying whatever data read it into accumulator, and you are calling conversion. You are calling conversion. This conversion, what does it do? That I will explain here. That I'll explain. So that is, suppose we get for 5 volts, digital output is FF. So FF should be converted to decimal. So FF decimal conversion is 255. So in LCD, so we should display $255. We should display 255. Suppose let input voltage is 2.5 volts. So then how do you convert? How do you get the digital equivalent? For 5 volts, it is 255. For 2.5 volts, how much? So it is 2.5 into 255 divided by 5. So you are going to get 127 or 128 you are going to get. You're going to get 128. This is how you have to find out. So now the input voltage, you imagine that it is 2.5. So what you are going to get, you are going to get 128. So accumulator A will have 7F or it will have 80 H. So on LCD, we should display (128). That is for 80H, decimal value is 128. So what you are doing? So accumulator is having 7F or it is having 80. Let us imagine that it is having 80H. So you have to have move register B as 0AH. You have to separate the nibbles. You are converting 80 to 128, you know. You have to just say div AB. When you say div AB, what happens? 80 divided by 0A, you are going to get it as 8. 8 as the coefficient. 8 as the quotient. So accumulator will have 8. B will have the remainder as 0. B will have the remainder as 0. So like that you have to do it. So 80 divided by 10, you know it is. So 128. I'm sorry, 128. 128 divided by 10 is how much? 128 divided by 10 in decimal, it is how much? So B will have remainder as 8. A will have the remainder as, quotient as 12. A will have the quotient as 12. So like that you have to repeat. So this program is that only. So you can just see here, 0A, div AB. So remainder once again, you can have it in R2. So what is the remainder you are having here? Here you are having the remainder as 8. You are having the remainder as 8. So that you keep it in R2. So move once again. Whatever accumulator you are having, you have it R with 30. Send it for the display. Whatever the remainder you are having, that you move to A. Once again, you are with 30. That means what? Every digit you are separating and you are converting into ASCII. So div AB you are doing means you are separating every digit of the accumulator and you are converting into ASCII. After converting into ASCII, you are calling a display. A display program is nothing but it's an LCD display program. So you are just sending to pop P0 and doing all LCD initializations and you are displaying it on LCD. That's all this program is. So this is your delay program. So hope you have understood the program. So have you understood the program? Have you understood the program? So in the ADC program, main program is there. In main program, you are initializing ADC. You are giving the start of conversion signal and you are waiting till end of conversion is become 0. Once the end of conversion is 0, you are enabling RD bar. You are enabling RD bar is nothing but you are enabling output enable. When you enable the output enable, what happens? The data will be put on port 1. Whatever it is put on port 1, you have to convert, you have to separate the digits and convert it into ASCII and you have to send it to port 0. When you send it to port 0, what happens? It will be displayed on LCD. It will be displayed on LCD. So I am asking you the question. So have you understood the program? So have you understood the program? So very important program it is. Analog to digital converter that we are going to do it in the lab also. ADC. So ADC program is modular into 3 modules. First module is main program. Second module is conversion into the conversion is nothing but converting into ASCII. Converting into ASCII. After that, you are calling a display program where you write LCD program. LCD, that is you are doing all LCD initializations and you are sending the data. So this is ADC program. I don't know people have understood or not. Simply they are telling yes, somebody told. I don't know. So really you have understood or something. So this program, it's very important program. So this is conversion means it is just extracting the digits. That's all. Very simple it is. You are dividing by 10 means you are extracting the digits. Suppose 8, 0 you got. If you divide by 10, 0A, you are going to get the quotient as 8, remainder as 0. Remainder as 0. That's all. So once the digits are extracted, you are converting everything into ASCII. That is where you are putting ORL A with 30H. All of you answer your attendance, please. Because you are not anyway replying for the message. You have come for attendance only, it seems. So can anybody reply me? Have you understood the program? Brunda or somebody? Normally those who are replying, please answer whether you have understood the program. So I am bothered whether you have understood the program. See, once the conversion process is over, you are putting the data into port 1. After reading the data on port 1, what you have to do? You have to extract the digits. And you have to convert that digit into ASCII. For converting the digit into ASCII, you are executing the message, executing the instruction ORL A with 30. ORL A with 30. So ORL A with 30 will convert the digit into ASCII. So this program is written for 255. See here, 255 is FF. So this extracts 5. That whatever, this extracts, yes, 5. That you keep it in R2. Suppose if you divide 255 by 10, 0A is nothing but 10, no? So you are going to get the remainder as 5. That you are keeping it in R2. Quotient is 25. Once again, 25 by 10. What you are going to get? Remainder as 5. Remainder as 5, quotient as 2. So once again, that 2 you converted into ASCII. So you are at 30. Call display. B is nothing but remainder. In the second case, it is 5. That you move to A, once again convert into ASCII. Very easy it is if you analyze. See? So I'll put in different color that example for you. Just to finally. So let the accumulator is 255. So you are dividing 255 by 0A. 0A is nothing but 10, no? So your accumulator will be having 25. 10 25s are 250. Remainder is 5. So this 5 you are copying it into R2. Okay. Next accumulator is having 25, no? Once again divided by A. You are going to get accumulator as 2, B as 5, remainder as 5. So this you convert it into ASCII. So add 30. OR means add. So 32. It will display 2. This also you add 30. It will display 5. R2 is containing 5. This also you add 30. It will display 35. That is 255 is displayed. 255 is displayed. So what I mean is, so this particular conversion program, what is it doing? Conversion program is extracting the digits and calling a display. What is this display program? Display program is nothing but the LCD display. So in the circuit, you can just see port 0 is connected to data of LCD. So you are just copying A into 250, that digit into P0, and you are doing LCD initialization. You are displaying on the LCD. That's all. So this completes LCD interface. ADC interfacing. So next class we will see digital to analog converter.